This production is presented by the Dunderball Fantasy Football League. While most humans desire a safe space with hopes of controlling every little thing in their lives, some thrive in the chaos. This is Making a Manager, the Nick Miller story. The young man on your screen goes by the name of Nicholas Miller, a 5'5" man out of Noblesville, Indiana. Throughout my entirety of knowing this man, he has always shown a great knowledge of sports. Miller loves to sit down and have a chat about the NFL, the MLB, NBA, really any major league sport that there is. With that being said, Miller's knowledge of sports has extended even further than that, competing in 4 to 5 fantasy football leagues a year, and even winning a 12-man league with contestants across the country called the Beer Can League. When creating the Dunderball League a year ago, it was known across the board that Nick Miller could be one of the strongest contestants in the entire league. That was until the season started. When the original auction draft of the league began, Nick Miller sat back patiently, not taking any players, and even laughed and scoffed at his competition. People across the league had different thoughts of what was going on. Did Miller have some kind of mastermind plan where he was going to find some diamonds in the rough for cheap? Was he hoping to save money and maybe make some moves in later years? Or did he just have absolutely no clue what was going on? Miller spent the first 30 minutes of the draft sitting back, watching the flock feast and taking a gander, but it turned out that he was the silliest goose. Despite getting a late start, Nick Miller would be able to come away with some solid players, such as reigning MVP Lamar Jackson, a top 10 running back in Aaron Jones, 2 great prospects in J.K. Dobbins and Cam Akers, one of the top receivers in the league in Calvin Ridley, DJ Chark, and the reliable Cooper Kupp, as well as coming away with one of the top tight ends in the NFL, Darren Waller. Even with those players, Miller was not yet done being unpredictable, and chaos ensued. Within just the first 4 weeks of the league, Miller would get rid of Calvin Ridley, Lamar Jackson, Darren Waller, and Joe Burrow, while bringing in Chris Godwin on a massive contract, Le'Veon Bell on a massive contract, Austin Hooper, and Jared Goff. The questionable moves did not work out for Miller, as Chris Godwin was released after the season, Le'Veon Bell was placed on IR during the season and released after, Austin Hooper was released after Week 5, only having him for 2 weeks, and Jared Goff was released after Week 7. Midway through the season, Miller would realize that his hopes of being a playoff team this year were over. He would go on to throw the rest of the season, hoping to get the first pick in the 2021 rookie draft. Little did Miller know, by his own doing, that he had traded that pick earlier in the season to Nick Ellis of the Indianapolis football team. Miller would go on to be the worst team in the league at 3-11, despite efforts from Paul Matthews trying to take that title away from him. Unfortunately for Miller, there was nothing to show for it, except for a trophy at the end of the season with a ball sack dangling from the top. Once the season was over, Miller was not done destroying his own roster, trading away Aaron Jones, 2 first-round picks, and a second for Josh Allen, just to get rid of Josh Allen for 2 second-round picks less than a month later. So after going 3-11, tanking for the first pick, which he traded away, trading everything for Josh Allen just to trade Josh Allen for nothing, cutting Chris Godwin, trading CeeDee Lamb while keeping Kenyon Drake and Christian Kirk, the question has to be asked. Does Nick Miller have a master plan, or is this all just a massive scam? So now we take a look at the roster that Miller has going into the 2021 draft. A rookie running back in Javonte Williams, which he snatched right under Matt Swinginger's nose. The Indianapolis Colts defense, which is actually pretty good. Rookie quarterback Trey Lance with a lot of potential. Old man running back David Johnson, a backup running back in Kenyon Drake. Useless Christian Kirk, and another rookie in Rashad Bateman. The rumors last year circulating of Nick Miller possibly being a robot have absolutely been proven true at this point. But was he wired with the mind of an absolute moron? Or was Nick Miller wired with the mind of the most diabolical manager in Dunderball history?